Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We got the over-under Vegas spread picks for the divisional round. And I will say something before we get into this video. This is the most confident I have been in an over-under spread video so far this year. Take it for what it's worth. First game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Green Bay Packers. The over-under is 46.5. I got this going under. I think the conditions are set up for under. First of all, you have a Rams defense that is playing good football. Yes, you got Davante Adams. Yes, you got Aaron the Game Rodgers. But the antidote for Davante Adams is Jalen Ramsey. I think he comes in. I think he has a big game. Aaron Donald says he's ready to go. And even in Aaron Donald at 85% will get really, really good bull rushes in the interior. And the matchup to watch is Ramsey versus Davante Adams. I have questions about the Packers' other targets. They will have to answer those in order for this to go over. And let's go to the other side of the ball. Yes, you don't know about Goff. Yes, you don't know about Wolford. They will keep this score down. Because Goff, that thumb isn't going to be 100%. I don't even know if he's 50%. And then Wolford, he's still learning in this league. And here's another reason why it's going to go under. You know the type of football the Rams play. The Rams like running the ball. They like using play action, and therefore they like burning clock. The Rams defense seems up to it. On the offense, they know what type of game they have to play. If they don't play a ball possession game, if this turns into a shootout, they have absolutely no shot to beat the Green Bay Packers. This Green Bay Packers offense is very good. We know when you talk about Aaron Rodgers, you have to put respect after his name because he is someone who can make magic out of nothing. We know that. And Aaron Rodgers in the playoff is extremely dangerous. I don't see this turning into a shootout. I could see the Packers having two very good quarters on offense, but I could see them having two quarters where they're subpar on offense. That's just how they are. They seem to take their foot off the accelerant when things are riding high for this offense. And the Rams defense, they will make critical adjustments to keep this under. I really like it. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills. The over-under is 49.5. I got this going over. Money, money, money. Money. We have to watch the weather report. There is expected snow. I think that could hurt this more than anything. But I'm planning on snow flurries. I don't think the snow or the weather will be a huge facet in this game. I'm just informing everyone who's watching this later in the week. But I absolutely love the over in this. I think this is going to be a tough, physical game, but we will see points. Yes, Baltimore's defense is better than people think. That's why I told you guys to take the Ravens against the Titans last week when many people were flirting with the Titans. But listen, we have to remember this Bills offense is explosive, Dayball is creative, and they are the second best offense in this league. They're not better than the Chiefs, but they're the next best team. And you got the Ravens offense, which is catching rhythm. We saw it 3-4 weeks ago. Lamar seems to be playing just more free-flowing. And you saw how motivated he was. You saw just how exhilarating it was when he made that big run against the Titans. He just had a will of stone, and he would not be denied. You got the Bills front seven. They do seem a little bit vulnerable. They are a little bit undersized. We saw the Colts move them. The Colts were getting really, really good movements on that front seven. Well, you better get ready because the Ravens are even a more physical bunch than that Colts offensive line. The Ravens are going to slam this 35 to 40 times. They will be running the ball a lot. But the Ravens make big plays in their run game because you have Dobbins and also because you have Lamar Action Jackson. That's just what you get. You will get big plays. But speaking of the running game, I don't think the Bills will have a big running game, but expect a few big carries out of Josh Allen. because Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are special. That's why you have to go the over here. 49.5 is just too low. Yes, we'll have to watch the weather conditions, but here's another reason why I got this going over. I believe this will be a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. It will go back and forth. There will be lead changes, and therefore the points will pile up. This game I'm extremely excited about. I'm going over here. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Kansas City Chiefs. The over-under is 57. You know, when you see a Chiefs game, what's my advice normally? Just pound over, right? Pound over. No, we're going different here. I'm going with the under. And I know this is risky with the Kansas City Chiefs. We always need to preface that. But I am questioning how the Browns will show up. Let's look at the Browns side of things. Will the Browns show up? How much rejuvenation is this offense going to show? Yes, they had a big week last week, but they're going to have to come up with more answers because the equation is just going to get tougher against the Chiefs' defense. You look at Baker, and I question what he can do. Yes, the Chiefs' defense has vulnerabilities. Yes, Nick Chubb will get the ball out, and I think Nick Chubb will have a good game. Baker has to make plays and play action. It is really worrisome, though. Maybe the Chiefs will be able to stop this run. You have to take them seriously because whenever you have an absolute alpha like Chris Jones in that front seven, he can absolutely change the game. He changed that game against San Fran last year. We know how good Chris Jones is. And so I question how much points the Browns offense can put up. And we know what the Chiefs offense can do. We don't need to go on about their resume. We don't need to go on about Patty Mahomes and how big a beast he is. But hear me out. I think Mahomes will start a little bit slow this game. I think the Browns defense comes out high energy, and it's going to be a feeling out process because the Browns defense, you can attack them in the secondary, but you still have to deal with Myles Garrett, and Myles Garrett's a top 15 player in this league regardless of position. The Chiefs got to figure out how to scheme away from him and maybe even chip and double him in passing situations. I think the Chiefs offense starts a bit slow, and we've seen that before with the Chiefs, especially after a bye week in the playoffs. In the first half, you're going to see some drops. You're going to see some lack of rhythm, maybe a few offensive penalties just to get Mahomes just a tad bit out of his normal razor-focused symbiosis. Of course, the Chiefs are going to explode. Of course, there's going to be a moment in this game where they get 4 possessions and they get 3 touchdowns out of 4 possessions. I think that comes in the second half, but I think the Browns keep it tight in the first half. That's another reason why I'm going under, and I think the Browns will have success with ball control because that's how listen, we're not even talking about the over-under. The way to beat the Chiefs is to keep Patty Mahomes on that bench. That's what you need to do. Nick Chubb and the running element and the play action can do their part. I think the Browns will be really resilient in this first half. That's why I don't think it goes over. I'm going under on the 57. Make sure you hit the like buttons and subscribe. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. The over-under is 52. I'm going over, and it's a money pick. And no money song here, but I absolutely love this one. First, this game's taking place in the Dome. You don't have to worry about weather conditions. You don't have to worry about rain. You just have to worry about 2 of the best quarterbacks in the business being able to move the chains and keep their team on the field and give their team the best chance to win. Breeze versus Brady. Do I need to say more? If you're not excited about this, you don't love football, and you need to just watch something else. You know, watch finger skating. I'm going to go over, and one of the main factors is Tampa can't cover anyone. It is really, really concerning. Heineke last week, I said it in a previous video, but he looked like a young Brett Favre. He was slanging things in the tight windows, and the pass rush wasn't all that great for Tampa Bay. It's just, if you can't cover the no-names wide receivers, how do you expect to deal with a Mike Thomas who looks healthy? And I've been critical of Mike Thomas all year. He's looked disinterested. He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't brought his A game when he's played the few times he's played. But last week he looked spry. It looked like the quickness was back. The first step was there. And of course, the golden hands he possesses were there. I think Mike Thomas has a big game. I don't know who the hell's going to cover him. I don't. And yes, we know this Buccaneers defense is going to stop the run, but it doesn't mean Sean Payton's going to get one-dimensional. Bruce Arians needs to take a note out of Sean Payton's book. Yes, you're going to throw it a lot. Yes, you have Drew Brees and Tom Brady, but you got to stay consistent with this run game. I think Brees goes for over 300, and I've been skeptical of Brees all year, and I still have my questions. But this Tampa secondary isn't ready to deal with it, especially when you factor in Sean Payton's play design. They're going to get lots of stuff underneath. The Buccaneers play a lot of sloppy zone, and you just can't play that weak stuff when Drew Brees is in the Superdome in the divisional round of the playoffs. Let's be real. And now you got Brady in the playoffs, and you know what that means. You know it means points. You know it means listen. You know it means comebacks. You know it's fighting to the bitter end. And when you're betting over unders, normally the fourth quarter will decide. And Brady could be down in this game, but you know he's not going to give up, and you know he's going to continue trying to put points up on that board. And this can easily transform into a shootout. And if Tampa Bay wants to win this game, I think they have to make it a shootout. I think they have to embrace it. I think they have to go wild, wild west with the flannel shirt in the village and just quick draw. They have to be aggressive, and they have to work this ball downfield. The Saints defense is old. The Saints defense is still a pretty good unit, but I think they're overrated. I think they're more vulnerable than the press makes them out to be. And 3 times is a charm. Normally, you would say this would hurt the offenses. Normally, you would say the third time out, the defense has had time to catch up to what the offense is doing. I don't think it's going to work that way because Tampa Bay didn't even show up that second game. I think Tampa Bay is going to have some wrinkles up the sleeves. I think Bruce Arians will bring it. I am always worried about Bruce Arians because if he tries to throw this 60 times this game without establishing the run and using quick screens to keep the Saints pass rush off balance, they will lose and they won't produce on offense. But I think Bruce Arians will come into this game. He's going to work in Ronald Jones. He's going to throw short passes and screens to get Brady in rhythm. And that can be how you get the run game going with the short pass game. But listen, there has been an evolution in Tampa Bay's offense these last 4 or 5 weeks. Yes, the competition hasn't been the best, but they will be ready. They will come out and play. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. I am going over in the New Orleans Saints, over under 52. I am going over. That is a money pick. I will be live Friday, 4:30 Eastern time for the live call-in show. Thank you guys for the support.